Welcome to this special bonus episode of the Passivhaus podcast. I'm Zach Semke, Director of Passivhaus Accelerator, and we're pleased to be sharing a series of bonus episodes recorded at the International Passivhaus Conference 2023 in Wiesbaden, Germany. These interviews were made possible by support from Icon Windows and Doors, Inotech Windows and Doors, Intelligent Membranes, Minitaire, and Proclima. Please enjoy this bonus episode.
Welcome, Maria Vico Garcia, to the Passivhaus Accelerator podcast. And you're with Castaño Asociados.
Yeah, yes. Exactly.
And you're based in Seville.
In Seville, southern Spain.
Yes. And I understand you've been working on a rather large single-family house. Is that correct?
Yeah. Today we presented a villa which has been certified Passivhaus Premium in southern Spain.
And how many meters squared is it?
It's 222 square meters, the floor area.
222 square meters. And it's how many bedrooms?
So it's a 3-bedroom house. It has a basement, ground floor, and first floor. And it's all within the thermal envelope.
And were there particular challenges with this villa?
Because the goal was achieved Passivhaus Premium certification. So even though the climate in Malaga, because the villa is located in Mijas, it's Malaga on the Costa del Sol in southern Spain. It's a Mediterranean climate with mild temperatures. But because getting Passivhaus Premium, we needed to produce like a great amount of energy. So that was a big challenge.
And was it hard to fit all the PV panels on the...
That's a good question, because what we used, it was 6 solar panels and also 198 photovoltaic tiles, which are located in the roof. And this is a good thing because the client didn't want to see the solar panels, or they didn't want to see it from the garden. So the solar panels are hidden, so they are installed with a low inclination, so they're not visible from the garden. And actually, it's like when you see it from the garden and you see the roof, the south-facing inclined roof, there are all those solar panels, you don't notice it's like an installation there because they are aesthetically similar to the slate roof that is in the north. Yeah,
that's good. And in this climate, it's fairly humid, is it?
It's typically humid because it's in the coast, but not too humid. Not compared to like a tropical climate, for example.
Do you have to have active cooling?
Yes, we do. Yeah, in Spain, at least in southern Spain, we always use active cooling. Yeah, for sure.
And do you need additional dehumidification?
Not in this house, but sometimes we do. It depends on the case. Yeah.
And how about what other measures did you have to take for the climate? Did you have external shading?
Yeah, absolutely. In Spain, because it's a warm climate, it's almost mandatory. Well, it's not mandatory, but we always need it. So what we did is we have exterior shading using motorized and automated shutters from the outside. And also the G factor, the solar factor of the glass in the windows. It's like in the south facade, we've got a high G factor, 0.57, because we want to have solar radiation. But in the rest of the orientation, it's very low. It's 0.26.
Oh, that's quite low, yeah.
Yeah.
And so the higher ones on the south facade, is this, are the shades there different from the other shading? Like, do you require a higher amount of shading for the summer? For the south facade, because of your higher G factor on your windows, or no?
Well, the thing is that there's a zero shading, these shutters, and also there are balconies. So it's like this is like this shading. So there's no shading. Solar direct radiation coming.
Yeah. And But you still need heating for the winter, right?
Yeah. We have heating and cooling, mechanical heating and cooling.
Is that with the heat pump?
With the heat pump, using it's like through air ducts recirculation. So the first time they use because we have monitoring data from this house, and the first time they activated the heating was in the middle of December, exactly on December the 17th. And in summer, they only needed the cooling, like when it was needed, it was like 2 hours a day. And it was usually before the family went to sleep. And they activated only in the first floor where the master bedroom is located. So in summer in general, like in this passive house premium house in Malaga, most of the times only with natural ventilation was enough. And this is a big difference comparing the previous house that our clients had in the same area, because in summer they needed the aircon 24/7.
Wow.
So this is not the case anymore.
That's a big difference in comfort then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And how hot does it get during the summer in Malaga?
How hot? Last year's summer was one of the hottest summer recorded, and they reached over 35 degrees for 7 consecutive days.
Wow.
So degrees Celsius.
Right. That's hot.
Yeah.
So was there anything, so you've been monitoring it for how long?
Well, the family moved into the house on June the 1st last year. So since
almost
then,
a full year, but not quite.
Yeah.
So were there any other interesting points that you gathered from the monitoring data?
Yeah, well, let's see the highlights first. The family has a charging point for the hybrid electric car.
Oh, wow.
So even charging the car, most of the months, they have more production than consumption in the building. So that means for the clients, lower fuel costs and lower environmental impact. And another thing is like comparing to the neighbors in the same area with houses that are the same size but not passive houses, the neighbors pay about 17 times more than our clients. So neighbors pay about 500, 600 euro a month, and our clients on average 30 euro a month. 1 month was 1 euro on one occasion.
Wow.
Because they also sell like the excess power back to the grid. In Spain it's possible, so they take advantage of it.
Right, that's great. Well, I'm sure your clients are very happy with
they're so proud
new
of the
home.
Passive House Premium.
Congratulations. And were there any other specific challenges that with the house that you haven't mentioned yet?
It wasn't like because we've been working in more passive houses building, and this one wasn't especially difficult. Let's be honest. For example, the hotel that Juan Manuel Castaño, our CEO, presented was way more difficult to achieve, like air tightness, all the facilities in such a small building. But in this case, Villa Susana, let's say it was quite smooth. Everything went quite smooth.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And did you use any prefabricated elements in the construction, or was it on-site construction?
It was on-site. Yeah. I would say that the only system that was like a little bit, that made everything a bit faster, it was in the roof, because we use a PER panel, 14 centimeters, and it has a structure where it was super easy to put like the photovoltaic tiles and also the slate tiles. So that was like quite easy to deal.
Great. Well, congratulations on a great project.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you coming by and talking with us.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.